Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. I'm just going to go into a quick video by Amy, who's also discusses, do go and subscribe to her. She does talk about the Jay Slater case and makes some good points. And this is Jay Slater update. Rocky goes back to the Airbnb, supposedly, but like I said, we know that it is a high possibility that it was from last year, and he's just basically winding people up, taking the piss, which ain't good. Disgusting.
I've just literally seen this video where Rocky had literally taken a video of the Airbnb that Jay Slater was last seen. I'm sorry, but even if it was like the oldest video, why are you posting that now? Like, I'm sorry, you didn't turn up to the court to give the family justice that they need. That is their son at the end of the day. And now you're making yourself look even more guilty at the fact that they couldn't chase you, they couldn't locate you, and you didn't want to speak to them. And now you're like, oh, do you know what? I'll put a video out there of me at the same Airbnb that Jay Slater went missing from and accidentally fell. And now you expect the family to be okay with that. Rightfully so. Debbie is not happy with that. Personally, I would, and she even said that I can't even question it because the trial is now done. It's finished. You don't have to answer any of her questions because it's done. And let's be honest, even if you have questions, he's not going to answer. He didn't even answer in a legal capacity, let alone now. And I just find it so disgusting. Why would you do that? I'm sorry, but even just if he's gone back to Airbnb, take a video, like it's like teasing someone, like, oh yeah, this is the place where your son disappeared. But I'm not going to turn up to the court case. What actually go through? And this is exactly why there is more to this story than we will.
I totally agree.
Because I just find it, the timing so bad, so awful. I just feel just disgusted what he has done.
I think we're at the stage now that for some reason Debbie does suspect Rocky of something. I think that is, how can I put it? That she's probably heard. It makes me wonder why basically she's not mentioned Abe, because I think Abe was the infiltrator to actually get, Jay out of the area that he was in or pass him on to someone else. I don't think these, but guys had anything to do with basically killing Jay. I never ever thought that, but I think that when Jay was alive, they may have basically put in a position where he felt threatened and had to do what they said, including take beats. And I think that happened to Brad, and I think that happened to Lucy too. And it's quite sad, really, because we'll probably never get to the bottom of this. I just think it's political. I also do think there's high people involved which have threatened Debbie. I do think it's to do with gangs at home, and maybe she will tell a story when she's moved thousands of miles away. Because, like I said, it does seem in the future you'll see her move away and maybe go to a quiet area and maybe discuss something in time to come. But it's very, very strange, as she seems to want us, basically the public, to call Rocky out and to keep giving him grief, but she can't. Why is her hands tied? Why can't she confront him? He's coming, he's having a boxing match to go with a camera and say, look, I want some questions answered at the end of the day. At least you know where you stand at the end of the day. Why are we doing the dog work when, to be honest, if she's got more questions from him and why he's done this and why he's still talking about the Jay Slater case, and Abe was talking about the Jay Slater case, coming on a podcast and making a tit of himself. But like I said, I'm sure Debbie watches our videos at the end of the day, but I would just love to know why she hasn't confronted him and asked him 101 questions. It's the same with a lot of them that didn't actually turn up at court. Your Brandon, who technically really only talked to MWT and then was talking bollocks, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, to make out he didn't know what was going on. It's one of the bizarrest cases I've ever come across, and I think it's still going to go on. I think there's a lot of questions that still need to be asked out there. Just when we thought this case was just coming to, and I would say I don't think it can ever come to an end, but people stopped talking about it as much because obviously Debbie's accepted that it was an accident which happened today, Jay, which was very, very bizarre because I'd never accept it was an accident. But hey, we've just got to just keep moving forward, and hopefully that someone will come out with the truth. But what I find it is now the verge is an accident. I think people, the accident crew, and people involved in this case can talk freely about things. Oh, because this happened in Tenerife, and it really doesn't have anything to do with us now. At the end of the day, we're okay. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't add up. And like I said, just what Amy says, I think there's a lot in this case we don't know at the end of the day. And I do think this is money orientated. As much as I don't like it, at the end of the day, I think a lot of money was exchanged for silence in this case. Let me know what you think, people. And don't forget